good competitive practice, working some third down situations, and kids are really flying around. It's evident how well they're competing. On the injury front, Jakari Godfrey, we had to pull for a groin, pulled knee with a little bit of a sore knee just to be preventative, and then Bernard Shermer with a stinger we pulled, and we'll get an MRI and see what's going on there. With that, I'll take any questions that you got.
What did you think of Trayvon Sidney?
Oh, mercy, made some good plays. The two things that I asked our team to do was, one, understand the situational football that we're installing for game plan wise, but two, understand that depth charts are being made at the end of the week, and this is your last time to produce great tape. And Trayvon definitely took that to heart and stepped up and made some really nice plays today. One of the better one-hand grabs that I've seen. I know he works it all the time. It came through there.
What happened with YK? What happened with YK?
I just got upset. I'm not going there visiting with him here a little bit.
Where do you see kind of him and Bubba fighting for that safety spot?
They were both working with the one group, and right now you really got you got three on each side. You got Bubba and YK and Talanoa on one side, and you've got Marvell and Isaiah and Chris Pollard on the other. You really got three at each side that could go in at any time. We're very fortunate right now to be deep at that position, and got some good experience. Obviously, YK has played before, Marvell has played before, and we've got some quality youth stepping up. So I know Clancy's got Bubba and YK rolling with the ones, Talanoa's handling the twos, and on the other side, obviously, Marvell has established himself. But Isaiah's made some great strides, and CJ has too, where if they're called to go in the game, I have no issue. Those 6 kids are doing a great job.
Where have you seen Bubba progress this camp?
Probably his knowledge of the system. We always knew him as a great athlete and a guy that doesn't mind hitting, is very physical, and he showed that on special teams last year. And now with a spring camp and another fall training camp, his knowledge of the system has really grown, and you can see now him communicating when it used to be just Marvell, making the calls. Now he's being a communicator and with motions and shifts. So it's good to see. Second year in the program, that's what you expect from a kid.
Do you like what you see from Cam these last couple practices now that he's back?
Cam Smith, yeah, he's just one of those guys that you know what you're getting every day. He's just constant leadership and constant production. That's why he's a captain. You know what you're getting from him each and every day.
He was saying he's 233 now. Like he dropped 20 pounds this offseason.
He's in the best shape of his life. He's always fluctuated. I always go back to that wrestler mentality. He's been able to be 220 or 250 at any time, and he feels really comfortable. I think at the 235 range. Obviously, you're going to shed a little bit through camp. I think all of us have lost a little weight in camp, and that happens when you're 3 weeks into it. But around 235, he's playing really good ball. Looks very mobile.
What do you think of the overall kind of chippiness?
Awesome, absolutely. It made it fun, didn't it? We talked to it yesterday about how we wanted to be competitive and not be lackadaisical practices, but you have to let kids compete. And when you do that, then hopefully Saturdays become really easy. Because when you got a Michael Pittman going against a Biggie Marshall, that's a special matchup. And obviously there's going to be chippiness. They're both big personalities and very talented people, and as well as several other guys out here. That's what I told the guys. You want to be right there on the edge where you're competing at the highest level, but still staying disciplined within your fundamental and your assignment, and making sure that you don't get penalties. When you go 21 days, 3 weeks of being against each other, there's going to be some. That's just grown men practice, and it happens in every camp in the country. So I'll control it, and they do a good job. They know that if the two of them get in it, you saw the other ones come and pull them away, because if they all get in it, they know they're getting up down until I get tired. So they try to separate it as fast as they can, because they know I'm good if they get a little chippy together. But when it becomes a group, then I'll jump in, and they don't want that.
if you hadn't seen that develop and see the big scrum, are you not surprised at who's on the bottom when they pull them apart?
No, I'm not surprised. There's some guys that some of the best players I've ever been around were the nicest men off the field I've ever met, and you know, guys that wanted to take your heart out when they were on the field. Robert Woods is one of the nicest gentlemen you'll ever meet off the field, but when he stepped on this field, he wanted to absolutely rip your heart out, and there's a lot of guys like this on this field, and that's a good thing. It produces a good football team.
Where have you seen John Houston develop since he kind of took over that role last year?
I think just being comfortable beside Cam right now, and you know, his athleticism to be able to cover the boundary slot if they're in, you know, four wides is evident. You know, he's a little heavier, but he's kept his athleticism, which is really good and is needed for the position. The other thing that I see too is him on pressure downs when Clancy's calling pressure. He's really found a way to get skinny and get slippery in there on backs. He's really doing a nice job in pressure situations, and Clancy's bringing him a bunch. So it's good to see. He's really become a polished player now as a junior. I can't believe he's a junior. I feel like I blinked my eyes and he was a freshman, but now as a junior, he's playing exceptional football, high level.
Let's go one more.
Yeah, it looked like the quarterbacks got a lot more team reps, 7-on-7 reps today. Was that part of the plan for the evaluation?
Say it one more time.
The amount of reps today for the quarterback seems like they got a lot more than some of the other practices. Is that part of the plan?
Yeah,
for the
well,
evaluation?
and the situation is third downs. So we did a lot of third and long situations, plus we want to work pass protection. Usually Tuesdays, because of the full pads, we're heavy run emphasis, and then Wednesdays we're heavy pass protection and pass emphasis because of the third down situation. So probably more situational. It's good for us. It was a great evaluation day for us on tape, but that's going to probably be every Wednesday. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.